Hello friends, James Stevenson back with a video about the US luxury car market. How are each of the brands doing over the past 6 years on their sales? As always, I'm going to check in with Loki first and see how he's doing. He doesn't know it yet, but this is an episode of Breakfast with Loki. Yes, see those ears? Yep, let's get him his breakfast. Breakfast. Okay, here you go, buddy. Let's start you off with a little piece of combo. You got some of that in your breakfast. Maybe that'll encourage you to come on out and eat some breakfast. I'll move the Loki's bed cam over in case he decides to come over so you don't miss a second of the thrilling action when Loki eats his breakfast. And while he's doing that, you can keep an eye on him in the Loki cam here below me. I'll show you a tweet that I just sent out. Tesla sales are saving the US luxury market from a significant decline over the past 6 years. Imagine if the red bars weren't there. So here's a chart that I just made. I made this chart earlier today showing all US luxury brand vehicles sold over the past 6 years, going back to 2017, when Tesla was only selling 52,000 vehicles per year. That was just Models S and X. They hadn't started delivering Model 3s yet. Or maybe they got just a few in at the end of 2017, something like that. So in 2018, mostly they were delivering to the US. Then in 2019, they started fulfilling the backlog of Model 3 orders to Europe, shipping those over. And then in 2020, Giga Shanghai started producing Model 3s and Model Y toward the end of the year, I think. So since then, sales in the US have been ramping up as the US doesn't have to export as many. Shanghai has taken over as Tesla's export hub. So more and more Teslas being sold in the US. Over 500,000 Teslas were sold in the US last year. If you compare that to Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Lexus, they haven't come close to 500,000. As a matter of fact, the two of the three highest numbers on this page are from Tesla in 2022 and 2021. I just noticed Mercedes back in 2017 was at 364,000 vehicles, number one, which is why I've ranked them here. But you can see Buick is having a tough time. They're down to only about 100,000 vehicles sold per year. I had somebody ask me on Twitter, is Buick even a luxury brand? And of course, the Tesla haters are always going to jump up and claim that Tesla isn't a luxury brand. I will do a quick aside where I have pulled up the Kelley Blue Book website. Let me cheat this down a little bit so you can tell. That's where we are, kbb.com. Okay, and they actually have a page called What is a Luxury Car? Luxury cars are passenger automobiles built by recognized luxury automakers. This seems like a reflexive definition, but it draws a line between luxury models made by mainstream brands and entry-level models built by luxury brands. The generally accepted list of luxury brands includes Tesla. So there you go. Kelley Blue Book, the authority on cars, is telling you Tesla is a luxury brand. Okay, so, and Buick is as well. I think we just saw that. Where's my list? Ha ha ha. They don't list Buick as a luxury brand. They list Cadillac as a luxury brand. That's kind of funny. All right. So sources may disagree on whether Buick is a luxury brand or not. But here's what the chart looks like for these brands. The selected brands: Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Audi, Buick, all others, and Tesla. Now, who are the all others, and why do I have an all others category? I'll show you by showing you where this chart came from. Let me get rid of Twitter. Let me get rid of that Kelley Blue Book window, and you can see this is that chart that I tweeted. Here's how I made it. I brought in the information that I've been recording for years now from goodcarbadcar.net. I've listed them as my source. If you want to follow along at home with their data, you can find it at this link, goodcarbadcar.net /2022-US-vehicle-sales-figures-buy-brand. And you'll see the same data that you see represented on the screen here. I've pulled out from that just the luxury brands as I define them, I guess, since I didn't adhere strictly to the definition Kelley Blue Book provided when they called out Tesla as one of the luxury brands. New to the list are Karma, Lucid, Polestar, and Rivian, all of which Good Car Bad Car claims had no sales in 2021. That doesn't seem right to me. I think there were some sales from these automakers, but they weren't yet being estimated by goodcarbadcar.net because they were too small, is my read on that. But yeah, what I've done is brought in the ones that I have on the chart in this section below the detail. So first I brought in all of these brands in the section at the top. Now for Tesla, I'm not using goodcarbadcar.net because they don't do a very good job estimating Tesla sales. Tesla doesn't report sales by country, and they don't give US only sales figures. Sometimes Experian will share registrations for the US, but Tesla doesn't confirm whether those are close or not to the deliveries made in the US for any given time period. There could be a delay on registrations in the US by state, depending on how long you have to register your vehicle after taking delivery. So what do I use? I use Troy Teslaike's estimates for these closed time periods for Tesla vehicles. So that's where the numbers came from that you see labeling this red bar here. The red bar series is Tesla. And how did I calculate all others? Well, it's just a sum figure, right? So if you're not one of the brands that's called out on the chart separately, then you're all other, and I'm just summing those up. Then at the bottom here, I think you can see that. Let me zoom in here some more, just to make sure you can see these. This is the total excluding Tesla. So if there had been no Tesla sales, what would the US luxury market have done? It would have been down by 30,000, up by 30,000, interestingly. Down in 2020 by 300,000, recovering some of those sales back to 2.16 million in 2021, and then down again to the lowest figure yet recorded in 2022, below 2 million, 1.9 million non-Tesla luxury vehicles sold in the US in 2022. So what I've done next to that, because, you know, in 2020, you can see COVID really took a big bite out of most automakers' sales. You can see it for Lexus, you can see it for Acura, you can see it for Audi, etc. So I've got a 2-year running total here. So over this entire time period, how much did the luxury market excluding Tesla average? That number has been coming down pretty steadily since 2019. So 2017, 2018, 2019, these were very steady between 2.2 and 2.3 million. Then the 2-year average fell by 140,000, and then it fell by 70,000, and then it fell by 35,000, right? So the market excluding Tesla has been falling, or you can just see that on the chart Let me see if I can size this up well for you. Yeah, if you just imagine this chart without the red bars on it, you can see what the combined stacked height would have been by looking at the right edge of the orange bars. And the total sales would have been like this. The trend not positive without Tesla. With Tesla, the market is whole or maybe growing slightly over the past couple of years compared to where it was back in 2017. Really pretty close to where it was in 2018 and 2019. And I think that's my video for today. But if you see the Tesla haters complaining that Tesla isn't a luxury vehicle, you can drop that Kelly Blue Book article on them and let them know about it. You can see Loki has decided not to eat his breakfast. He would rather stay curled up, so he has hit the snooze bar once again. And with that, I will outro and say, if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not? Go ahead, subscribe to my channel over here, and click the notification bell to get alerted whenever I post fresh content. Thank you to everyone who supports me, especially my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com, and I'll see you in the next one.